Welcome back for the third time. We are back again. When I say third time, this is part 2 of the college football Power 5 preview for 2024 by the SplashCast. We also have our HBCU segment where we preview the 2024 football season for the SIAC, CIAA, MEAC, and SWAC, as well as the 8th, known as the Colonial Athletic Association, Hampton and North Carolina A&T. I am your co-host, Reggie.
I am your co-host, Norwood, and the reason that we keep starting this show over and over and over and over again. That's fine, though, because I'm excited. As y'all see, I have my glasses on, means I'm feeling good. And the reason that I'm feeling so good is we had the opportunity to watch Florida State blow their entire season yesterday against Georgia Tech. That brings me joy. It brings me happiness. Yeah. You went all the way to Ireland to trick it off. That's a long flight back.
Woo! Especially for all them transfers. Long. You left Alabama for that. You left Georgia for that.
If you didn't play, you might want a red shirt. Red shirt.
I only got to play 4. Hey, I'm out. Nah, but so if when you're listening to this, know that there are the ACC and SEC part 1 of this video that's already out. Part 2 is the Big 10 and Big 12, what we're talking about today. And we will also have the HBCU out there as well. With that being said,
let's get to what we've been trying to get to.
We have.
If you Florida State, my boy, we forgot.
Oh, man. So we're going to start out with the Big 12 today. The Big 12 today. Pause, and pause. Before you guys know, all of the conferences look different now. There's Tupac down there, as Norwood calls the Pac-2. Tupac. Yep. The SEC added Texas and Oklahoma. The Big 10 added everybody else. The ACC added California's prep schools. And the Big 12 added the licorice jelly beans of the bunch. The ones nobody wants. So the Big 12 lost Texas and Oklahoma. And they gained Colorado in original. I don't know if it was an original member, but it was Big 12 Colorado has been there for a while. They left again, and then came back. They added Utah, which I think is a good move because that's a
fantastic addition.
That's a steady, stable organization to replace Texas and Oklahoma. Not saying they're as big, but they're gonna they're gonna win. Cincinnati's been there for a while. UCF is there now. They added them last year. Then they added BYU as well. So, in Colorado, like we said before. So, the Big 12 does look different, and they are technically a Power 5 school. I mean, Power 5 program, or Power 4 now. Power 4 program.
I was about to say 1, 2, 3.2.
Does the Big 12 deserve an automatic qualifier?
Nobody deserves anything automatically. And the reason that I believe that is because I got a chance to watch the ACC #1 team lose to Georgia Tech yesterday. Punch your own ticket. Buy your own ticket. If you can't get your own ticket to the dance, stay at home. ACC, all of you. You get no automatic bid to watch what?
So you taking the Big 12 or the ACC? You two, chat. Y'all taking the Big 12 or the ACC? Y'all let us know.
Big Mid. Put them together. All of us the same. All of it is the same. It's 3 or 4 legitimate teams, maybe, and then everybody else is just hanging out, trying to clean up on leftovers.
You could say it's 3 legitimate teams because the first one of the 4 lost yesterday.
Oh, the ACC is down to 1 shot, 1 kill. Clemson. If you don't get it done,
what Big 12 got? Utah.
Yes, correct. Oh, Big 12, welcome. Come Hey, welcome. Let's go ahead and get it. Let's get to it here. Give me a reason to care. BYU, you won't. Arizona State, you won't. Cincinnati, Desmond Ridder is available. Y'all want him back?
Oh.
He owed me an apology. He owes me a motherfucking apology because I knew he was trash in college. Then he came to my Atlanta Falcons and showed that he was really trash. Send him back to Cincy where we thought he was. And Houston, what are y'all doing? Not playing football. Next, you got the guys in the middle that are interesting to me, but I feel like they're just there in the way, not really doing anything. Baylor, are y'all ever going to be legitimately good, or y'all just going to relive that petty RG3 era for the rest of your lives and wait for Art Browse to come back, but y'all won't let him come back?
Yeah.
Colorado?
I mean, yeah. That's what most schools
Colorado, y'all 1-8 out of y'all last 9 games. When y'all come back, are y'all going to look like that, or y'all going to look like the first 4 games of the season? Who are y'all? I do think that Travis Hunter, he's it. He's one of the best players in college football. They say that Shedeur is the best quarterback in college football. I'm interested to see what that looks like.
Well, let's okay. So you kind of like running through it, like we ain't sitting talking about nothing. So you got the Big 12, you got the power rankings, that are there, which I expect for out of these power rankings. If you think about the 12-team college football playoff, I can't believe that they have Oklahoma State so high up at 3. I think that's more reverence.
Best running back in college football. They got to pass and attack. Their defense is where the question is. And this is a high-scoring conference. So if you can put up a bunch of points, I feel very confident them being top 3 or 4, very reasonable.
I think the only teams that have a defense in this conference are Utah,
my boy Cam Rising out of Utah,
Iowa State, and Arizona. Maybe Kansas. Kansas is iffy. I don't know anything about BYU.
Yeah, like that's the reason I'm saying that bottom 12.
Arizona State must have lost everybody in the transfer portal.
12 to 16. We don't even need to talk about you. Y'all getting ready for another season in another sport. I'm going to be very honest. Still with Colorado. The reason we're talking about Colorado is because of the Sanders family and Travis Hunter. The expectation isn't there. I don't believe that they suddenly became one of the better teams in this conference. I think an accomplishment for them will be lucky to be 500. Lucky.
Yeah, I mean, yeah.
TCU, we know what it was. Y'all had that one good year. Then y'all go back right. Y'all gonna turn right back into the pumpkins we knew you were. You got drugged. Texas Tech, you better call Baker. Don't care. UCF, West Virginia, Iowa State.
So out of this teams, I think you got Utah is probably a contender to make the college football playoff because it's 12 teams. I think the Big 12, I think the ACC is so down bad now because Florida State going to beat Clemson. They're going to beat Clemson. And Clemson going to beat somebody else. And they're going to be down bad. They're going to be so down bad that you're only going to get one ACC team. If you only get one ACC team, and I can't really see more than two Big 12 teams, even with that. So that gives you 3. So that means 9 teams are coming from the SEC and the Big 10. 9.
5 and 4. See how easy that math is? But you're going to get Utah. Utah, y'all on the way. Easy money. Y'all deserve to be there. Y'all consistently one of the best 12 teams in college football. It gets murky next for me, but I don't trust these rankings at all.
Yeah, that 2 through 5, 2 through 7,
Salute.
2 through 2
well, I'm going to tell you how I go for
2
me.
through 11.
Oklahoma. Nope. Oklahoma State, I think, is firmly entrenched as number 2, in my opinion. And then Arizona. With their passing, attack, and wide receiver. I think they're number 3. So those 3 teams, And I think there may be a path. I would have to look at their schedules a little bit better to confirm if there's a path for all three of them to make it to the playoffs. But everybody
No.
else,
I don't
everybody
think
below
there's
that,
no path. There's no path where you get 3 Big 12 teams unless the SEC cannibalizes itself and everybody's 6-4 or 8-4 at the end of the season. That's the only way I see that happening. I do think my sleeper team for the Big 12, just because the way they have it ranked, it's got to be Arizona. Arizona finished strong with that defense. Now they may have lost a few people. They got a strong defense. Ironically, it's Arizona's offense that's in question. Arizona's defense is actually pretty good.
So this is the thing. Oklahoma could lose. They're probably going to lose to Utah. But they could run the table. Yeah, Oklahoma State, yes, the Cowboys. They could run the state with everybody. I mean, they could run the table with everybody else. South Dakota State, they need to beat Arkansas. They can beat Tulsa. You lose to Utah. Cool. It is what it is. Kansas State, West Virginia, BYU, Baylor, TCU, Texas Tech, Colorado, Big 12 championship. If you only lose to Utah, you'll probably play them again in the Big 12 championship. If you lose to Utah twice,
and they
I don't think that should.
Yeah, Utah ends up undefeated. Then,
well, even if they don't end up undefeated, as long as they're the number one team and you lose to the number one team twice, I wouldn't put you out. They're just a better team.
So on that, you talking about Oklahoma State?
Yes. So if Oklahoma State, you lose in the regular season to Utah. It's kind of like playing Alabama in the SEC champ. How it used to be playing Alabama regular season, then catch them in the SEC championship. If I lose to them twice, yes, they're a better team than me. But put me in the playoffs just because they're better than me, I'm still better than a lot of these other teams. I'm still a top 12 team. It's just one team that I can beat that you've seen.
I don't see that.
So yeah,
I see Oklahoma State choke. This is literally what they've done every single year. They've choked away a game that they weren't supposed to lose every single year. Every year.
I wouldn't put my money, like the money that I earn from the job that I go to every day. Hell no. You think that I will take my money over to Prize Picks and say, "Oh yeah, let's bet them"? No. I pick myself. I pick love.
Yeah. I again, you gotta like Utah because they got a team of 30-year-olds, and then you got Oklahoma State with a 28-year-old quarterback. So,
I mean, and if you look at Arizona, they're kind of in the same boat.
They got all
New Mexico lost.
They got a lot of transfers.
New Mexico lost to. I don't know what that was. I'm here.
Okay.
The Florida State fans, it's fine. It's fine. Y'all can be mad. I didn't play on your sorry ass team, and I'm not the reason that y'all lost to the University of Engineer mining team. But what I was saying before the Chinese weather balloon started hating. New Mexico, they lost to Montana State. They must be offended because as soon as I said that, they cut everything. Northern Arizona, Kansas State. You could lose to Utah. Then they could potentially run the table again.
You know what you're saying? You saying who are you talking about at this point?
No. I mean,
you talking about Kansas State? Or you talking about Oklahoma State? Or you talking about Kansas? You talking about Arizona? You know what this says to me? That they all are the same thing, bro. You saying, hey, Oklahoma State, if all they're gonna do is lose to Utah, that's pretty much guaranteed. But they could. Kansas State, all they're going to do is lose to Utah, but they could. It's the same thing. Kansas State could. Oklahoma State could. Kansas could. But you know what that is? That's the definition of mid.
Okay.
It's the definition of mid. When everybody can beat everybody except one team, that means everybody else is mid except for that one team.
I agree, but what I was saying was this would be your pathway to get 3 teams or 2 teams into the playoffs. Is they could just do what they're supposed to. And honestly, only one of them is going to lose. Only one of them is going to no, I'm not going to say that they're going to do this, but they could both run the table, and then whoever doesn't end up playing in the championship, it's like losing in the SEC early. Oh well, I'm only going to have one loss. What I'm saying is there's a
because
potential.
the Big 12 got destroyed. This is the reason they did all of this. It's because
no. They're going to get invited to get stomped out.
Sure. The Big 12, the new mid-major.
He call y'all Coastal Carolina, and I'm gonna get out of the way on that. I'll call y'all the Chanticleers. But realistically, there is a pathway for them to have probably two playoff seats.
You went all that way to say what I said.
Oh, then yes, we agree. It's fine. Players fuck up. It happened to the best of us. I'm excited.
2, 1 plus 5 plus 4 is 9. And see how good that math is. That's what you said at the very beginning.
And then I did the math. I said 4 and 5. Man,
it went all the way back around.
I'm excited, man. Relax. I want y'all to understand. I have a newfound enthusiasm. College football season is here. College football game is here. It's week 0.
You a Drake fan, and you operate as the college football Kendrick Lamar. You are more energized off of hate than I've ever seen you off of just exuberance. Like you are.
I don't have joy in my life. I don't have any joy in my life. What are you talking about? None. You want to know what the biggest accomplishment for my football season will be? My coach getting fired. That's all I'm looking for. You're looking for a national championship.
Y'all gonna beat Miami. I already told you y'all gonna be 6-0.
Reggie, don't make me cuss you out. Please don't make me cuss you out.
Y'all gonna be 6-0 by the time y'all play Georgia.
Just
y'all gonna be
fire
right in the top
my
5.
coach. It don't matter. He goes 6-0, still gonna lose 5 games.
Yeah, he
when
gonna
he
lose
gets to
5.
the schedule, it's gonna be an ass cutting.
But that's not. But that means you will lose because he'll keep his job.
Save you. Not now, not ever, Billy. You gonna be a fired ass.
Oh my God, Norwood, you are insane.
Fire the coach. Shout out to my Uncle Curtis. Fire the coach.
Oh Lord. Well, ladies and gentlemen,
and the only thing I can ask for is when you are misery is what? Company. Come on, friends, have a seat.
All right. So we have come to the end of the Big 12. We don't care about the rankings. We literally said, hey, it's Utah and everybody else. And it's literally Utah
I think Arizona
and everybody
is good
else.
in Oklahoma State.
Arizona, my sleeper was Arizona, just because they coach very well on defense. They do rely heavily on the portal, which they will always do. But at this point, it is what it is.
But that passing attack and that QB, legit. So Arizona is not a team to be played with. Utah too. Now, I like you guys. I've followed you for the last 4 or 5 seasons. I think that Cam Rising is a very solid player. But if y'all play with Arizona, as good as y'all can be, you can lose.
You can lose.
And
I will say, don't sleep on
like Florida State.
Don't sleep on Iowa State. Don't sleep on Iowa State. They for some reason can play defense. They're in the state. They're football players in the state of Iowa. They can do something well.
You got an air mattress at your house?
Yeah.
I'm going to sleep. Right to sleep. Not worried about them at all.
Let's say Iowa State. I tried, man.
The Cyclones? Is Tyrese Halliburton playing quarterback or no?
Would have been a good one. But ladies and gentlemen, we come to the end of the Big 12 segment of the last part 2 of the SplashCast Power 5 or Power 4.2 college football preview. We'll be right back. If you're listening to this on Spotify, you'll cut to the next scene and we'll talk about the Big 10. If you're watching on YouTube, just go to the next video and we'll talk about the Big 10 breakdown in a moment.
Like, follow, subscribe. Follow the Out Team Media. Peace.
We'll be right back. Y'all stay tuned.